as you can see, we're in Leith for Hibs v Celtic today. It's our first time seeing the champions competitively this season. We saw them in a friendly against Ayr United. Barely any of their first team starters played that day, so we're seeing them properly today. Celtic, the away side, who won at home last week 4-0 against Kilmarnock. They were top of the league after game week 1. Will it remain that way for 37 game weeks after that as well? We'll find out as the season goes on, but today they'll be playing Hibs, who almost were at the bottom. There's only Killy at the bottom on goal difference, but Hibs lost 3-0 against St Mirren in their opening game of the season. So today, on paper, it looks like it should be a fairly routine Celtic win. Hibs, who had a poor season last season. David Gray's now their manager. Malky Mackay's sort of in and around him in a director of football kind of role. So yeah, a lot of change at Hibs. Celtic are much more stable, with Brendan Rodgers entering his second season since his return back to the club. But yeah, looking forward to this one. Sunday, early kickoff, beautiful sunny day here. Hibs v Celtic. Hit the like button, subscribe if you aren't already, and let's go. Stuart, Celtic supporter?
Yes.
How would you say the summer's been for the club?
It depends how the transfer window goes at the end of it. Kasper Schmeichel's good signing. Still got a couple more signings in. I don't think we're going to keep Matt O'Reilly, unfortunately, but we get decent money for him.
And I've thought that Celtic probably don't need the money, but they're probably waiting for O'Reilly to go before they commit to.
Well, I don't know. Just go straight in the biscuit tin and then.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a lot.
Instead of spending it.
Yeah. And so last week obviously was pretty good against Kilmarnock. Do you see it going the same way today against Hibs? Because they didn't start well.
Yeah. The Hibs had most possession last week, still couldn't score, so don't know. I can only see it going one way today.
And who's going to be the main man for Celtic today, do you reckon?
Hatate looked good last week, so I reckon Hatate's back. If he's fit, he'll be the main man.
Yeah, hopefully Kyogo is captain of my fantasy team, but I'll push you for a score prediction.
I'll go 4-0 again, 4-0 Celtic.
Oh, 2 4-0s in a row. Nice one, mate. Enjoy. First to check in on Footballogy. I'm so keen. It wasn't a good result last week, was it?
No.
What do you think they've got to do differently today?
I think they have to pass and they need to talk.
Yeah, talk a little bit more, communicate on the pitch. Where would a good finish be for Hibs in the league, do you reckon, this year?
We're at 5th.
5th, do you reckon they'll do it? Do you reckon they'll finish 5th? If you had to say now, where do you reckon they'll finish?
7th.
7th, okay, that's not too far off. But today playing Celtic, it's going to be tough. What will the score be?
Oh, not sure, but we'll probably get beat.
Obviously, last week's result wasn't ideal to start off the Premiership, but what would a good season look like for Hibs, do you reckon?
I think definitely top 6, I would say, after last season's disappointment.
And do you think how it started, do you think you'll get top 6? Or?
Well, now that we've made a few signings and things like that, it's looking a wee bit more positive, and hopefully another couple to come in. So
yeah, nice.
I would agree. I'd say top 6 has to be the aim, especially these new people coming in, new signings.
Which signing are you most looking forward to seeing then?
I think Bowie. Maybe Bowie.
And if they can get McCowan for Dundee, that'd be great. But
yeah, he's linked, isn't he?
It's proven to be a bit difficult, but
they're doing well just now.
We can table another offer and get them in.
Get them across the line.
I'd like to say we need that sort of creative midfielder, I think.
Of course, a good Scottish Cup run.
Yeah, of course. And obviously Brendan Rodgers doesn't have the best of records at Hibs, so do you think that if today's the day that you can go and get a big result and kickstart the season?
I think even a draw perhaps if we're on it.
We need to be on it. I think if we can get the first goal as well, that'd be great.
Yeah,
could be crucial. Yeah,
we always live in hope.
I mean, as Hibs fans,
stranger things have
of course. How has the summer been as a Celtic fan? The results have been incredible, but quite quiet in the transfer market.
It's been too long, probably. Even though we had the Euros, I think it's great to have the normal football back, your week-to-week stuff back.
Yeah, it's nice that the league football's back, isn't it? And so, who are you most looking forward to seeing play today then? Kyogo. He's scored a few goals here in the past, hasn't he, Kyogo? I want you to comment below. Name me a better sight than a football stadium in the sun. Talk to me about today. Do you reckon it'll be a foregone conclusion, or can we never say that in Scottish football?
I think you can never say that in Scottish football, but that said, Hibs for a slow start. They've been raging, quite rightly so, last week. No disrespect to St Mirren, but Hibs are a huge club. Arguably a top 4, definitely top 6. When you look at the stadium, you look at their training ground, the facilities, the money, the squad, everything that they've got available to them. So they'll not be happy at that. Foregone conclusion, I say probably not, but any kind of any savvy person in football would probably put a bet on Celtic today. They were rampant against Kilmarnock last week, who didn't disgrace themselves, but it just seems that Celtic have picked up where they left off from last season. Some really quick moving football, you know, they're slick, they're getting into good areas really quickly, so I think they'll probably win today.
So the Hibs Ultras have moved, they're now behind that goal. This new standing section here. So we've got the two sets of fans like singing back and forth behind either goals now. McGregor, O'Reilly, Tate. What a strong midfield Celtic got with those three. Oh my God. 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Well, that didn't take long. It was Kyogo who had the initial shot, and then the keeper saved it, only pushed it out as far as Forrest, who squared it, and it's a tap in for Kuhn. But yeah, I was hoping that Kyogo could pick up some points for me today. My captain on the old fantasy, I'll stop mentioning fantasy one day, but I need to beat Gordon Duncan in the warm-up league. But oh my God, this could be a long season for Hibs. Credit to the Hibs fans, although they're 1-0 down within a few minutes, they are still singing behind that goal. And that is 2 yellow cards for Hibs already here. 7 minutes into the game, a goal down and 2 yellow cards to them already. My new best mate Callum McGregor has just banged one in. Wow, 2-0 Celtic after 19 minutes. A sensational strike from about there. 2-0 to Celtic here. Oh, this could be a long, long afternoon for Hibs. No problem. Celtic just look so sharp. Hibs are giving them so much space to play though, so I feel like they do look good because Hibs are letting them play, but all throughout pre-season, obviously against Kilmarnock, I know Brendan Rodgers wants to add quality, but this team, if they add any more quality to it, they're going to win the league by like 30 points. Honestly, they have been unbelievable so far. To be fair, they're still going for a look at them, the Hibs behind that goal. Celtic have just hit the bar. Hibs this close to scoring an own goal. What is going on here? Here we go, we're getting the Dundee Hearts video ready from yesterday. As this one is on right now, making sure the content doesn't stop for you guys. If you're not subscribed already, please do. We're so close to 200k. We are approaching half time. Yes. Have Celtic got so much quality that it looks easy, or are Hibs making it easy for them? A little bit of both? Like,
I think Celtic have 100% got the quality. I think you can see that they're getting so much width out on that far side. Obita's not having a great afternoon so far. They're causing hassle down that side with Forrest and Taylor.
Taylor, yeah.
Taylor's so good. Yeah. So strong, so good. Pushing.
Yeah, I really rate him. Yeah.
Yeah, massively. And I think maybe the last 10 minutes or so they've took their foot off the gas, which as a Celtic fan I'd want them to go and smash Hibs 2-3-4-0 maybe by half time. If you're good, there's no reason why they can't, but you just feel that Celtic are really controlling this game now, and I fear for Hibs in the second half, because when Celtic start making changes as well, it's just not a good afternoon for Hibs at all.
Booze at half time in the first game of the season here at Easter Road. McGregor's hit the post, it's Kuhn. Oh, McGregor has just hit the beans. Oh, it's my first time seeing Kasper Schmeichel in a Celtic shirt. From a Hibs corner, Celtic have gone forward and Kyogo couldn't quite turn it in. Oh, those Celtic fans almost had a third to celebrate there. Celtic haven't really got out of second gear as this game's gone on. Obviously thought there'd be more goals coming their way, and they could if they were to really go for it and really like attack Hibs, but they just kept them at a distance. Hibs haven't really created too much. Celtic could just conserve their energy maybe for other games, but the longer it's 2-0, maybe Hibs will get a chance, and then it would be a bit nervy for them. Celtic going into like the last few minutes, if Hibs were to get one back, they've not looked like they would, but the Celtic fans will be expecting a little bit more excitement maybe as this game has progressed. Kyogo's coming off. That's 2 games this season, 6 goals for Celtic and none for the little number 8. You won't believe it, Hibs have just hit the bar. See it 2-0, all it takes is one chance to half Celtic's lead, and then it's a nervy end to this match. They're still going for it behind the goal. Got the laptop back out as soon as this game finishes. I'm going to upload the Dundee vlog. Got a couple of minutes left, and then yeah, I'm going to upload this one tomorrow, I think, for you guys. So thanks for the support as ever. That was quite easy for Celtic in the end, wasn't it?
I think easy street, cruise control, insert any kind of generic taking it easy line there, I think, for Celtic. I think though, having interviewed Rodgers and you see what he's like, I think the only thing for me out of that, for him, he would be disappointed as it was in 3, 4, 5. They had so many chances in that first half alone. And then the second half, they had a couple of really good chances.
They were going easy on Hibs, weren't they?
I completely agree with you.
Hibs were so lucky that didn't finish 6-0.
What did we say? We said during the game that you were very much of the, they can chill, they can just get to half time, whereas I'm like, no, you want to go and smash your opposition and then take it easy, because inevitably that happens in the second half, and then that's what we witnessed.
And Hibs hit the bar, could have made it 2-1, nervy ending.
Hits the bar, Schmeichel was beaten, so that would have made it for an interesting ending. But
Celtic just need to be a little bit more clinical, I feel like, don't they? There was moments where they had so much space in the box, they just didn't really do much with it.
Yeah, especially the second half, they had loads of great chances.
Walking it round Hibs.
Yeah, they were literally at times, the way that Kuhn was playing in with O'Reilly, and then down on the left side, Taylor and Forrest were excellent. They were creating so much space for themselves.
And they should add to this squad as well, which means that they'll get even stronger.
Oh yeah.
Which is actually quite a scary prospect, given what we've seen from Hibs today and other clubs so far, even Rangers yesterday against Motherwell.
100%. I think if Celtic add to that, maybe they'll get that over the line. Who knows? But you know, he comes in, he's going to score goals. He's really good, as we've seen last season. And I think it's going to be a big season for Celtic. I think.
What about Hibs? What about their season?
It's a slow start, isn't it? It's very slow. But you can't play like that. You can't defend like that. You have to be on it. Second half, they were a lot better. They had some chances, but
do you worry that they'll be right down there at the end of the season?
I don't know. It was far too early. If you continue to play at that in the first half, then you're in trouble. But I think it's far too early, and maybe a lot of clubs, every other club in the league, will just look at Celtic and Rangers as being a free hit. Maybe that's the way the Hibs fans want to look at it. You've got one of the old firm out of the way early doors. You can now go and concentrate on trying to pick up points. Hibs, this will not define Hibs' season. It never will. No game against the old firm does. But playing the likes of Kilmarnock, Aberdeen, Hearts, St Johnstone's, Ross Counties, that's what's going to define your season. And if they can't pick up points against them, then it's an uphill battle.
When I'm at games, I'm always thinking, what's the title and thumbnail going to be? And once Celtic were like 2-0 up and walking it around Hibs after that and getting chance after chance, I was like, oh my God, it could be like a record score for Celtic. They're going to have like plus 10 goal difference at the end of the day. I thought, honestly, it looked like they'd go on and score 5 or 6, but I feel like they really took it easy on Hibs today. Okay, Hibs battled a little bit to sort of make it a little bit harder for Celtic, but if Celtic were more clinical, if they just connected with each other a little bit more up front, then it could have been a big scoreline today. And yeah, I think maybe Brendan Rodgers will be a little bit disappointed with that. If it comes down to goal difference at the end of the season, not that I don't think it will. Looking at this, I think Celtic will probably run away with it. If it does come down to goal difference, though, you could look at that and be like, no, they should have really put their foot down a little bit there. But Hibs, yeah, you worry for Hibs, particularly after last season. I was chatting to a lot of fans off camera before the game as well. They're worried going into it. Last season wasn't great. Nick Montgomery didn't get a huge amount of time, nor did the previous 3 or 4 managers before that. David Gray's now in with Malky Mackay sort of above him in a sort of technical role. So how that'll go, I'm not sure. They can take a few positives out of the second half, that's for sure. But will they be able to turn that into points? That is the big question. Killy obviously lost as well today. So Killy and Hibs are right down there. But obviously it's early days in the season. We don't know quite how it's all going to shape up yet. But it's not been a great start for the Hibs. Hibs fans, I know there'll be a lot of you watching. What have you got to do different? Have you got to get rid of some players? Have you got to get some new ones in? I'm sure, yeah, you probably have. Celtic as well. What's going on there? We're still like early to mid-August, so still some work to be done in the transfer market, particularly if O'Reilly's going to go. But I don't really know how much I can add after that. There really wasn't a huge amount to tell you about, sadly, in this video after Callum McGregor's wonder strike. But yeah, just one of those games where it was fairly easy, run-of-the-mill for Celtic. Get it out the way, get up the road, back to Glasgow, 3 points, and away they go. Brendan Rodgers will be happy with that. Like I said, I'm only, at this point, like 60 subs away from 200,000, which is kind of crazy if you'll consider where I was when I first moved to Scotland. But a huge thanks to all the people, particularly who have been here from the very, very start. It's been some journey, and let's hope it continues for many, many more years to come. I'll leave a couple more exciting videos on screen. I appreciate everyone sticking around this long, particularly for this video. The Dundee video yesterday, if you haven't seen that one already, I'll leave that on screen. And then another Celtic or Hibs related one. I'm not sure in my mind what it'll be yet, but it'll be on there somewhere. But yeah, huge thank you for all the support. Click on one of these to carry on watching. Cheers and goodbye.